Hey everybody, it's Judy Klock here at Stampin' with Crafty Clock, coming to you tonight for another live demonstration. And tonight we are using the Stars at Night. That is what everyone on my Facebook page voted for. So that's what we're going to do. As usual, I'm going to have two cards for you, a simple stamping card and something a little bit more stepped up. But before we do that, I wanted to take the time to give a couple of announcements. One, the trucking along punch is back in stock. So if you have been waiting for that truck punch, it is back. You can go ahead and order it. And if you want it, don't wait. I think it's going to go out of stock again quickly. So make sure you get it. Next announcement is on Tuesday. Stampin' Up! Is coming out with one of the best join offers I have ever heard of. It's you can either get 35% off the starter kit, or you can get 35% more product in your starter kit. So I have all the details in my newsletter that is going out tomorrow. So if you'd like to learn more, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. Just click on the link that will be down below after this broadcast and sign up for my newsletter. Hey, Claudette, good to have you here. So happy you're here. Then the final announcement is registration for my Night Divine workshop in October closes on Monday. And if you are looking for the navy blue and gold speckled ribbon, which again is out of stock, I have it for my class attendees. So if you want this ribbon, the only way you're getting it anytime soon is to sign up for my class. You can learn more about that again in my email newsletter that's coming out tomorrow. So make sure you sign up down below to get my newsletter. All right, let's get started. So I asked on my Facebook page which one I should use, whether I should use Christmas Classics or Stars at Night. It was very close, one vote difference, and y'all picked Stars at Night. So we're going to make two cards with Stars at Night today. We're going to do a simple stamping card. I'm not going to lie, this was hard. This is a hard set to do with simple stamping, but I managed to come up with one. I hope you like it. I used Starry Sky cardstock and a little bit of Orchid Oasis, just kind of offset that white and bring a little bit more color. And then I stepped it up and I did a more intricate card. I used that beautiful stamping 3D embossing folder, right? And then we die cut one of the dies and we added the die cut sentiment. So this again is just a little bit more stepped up, and we used that Night of Navy and that beautiful Night of Navy and gold glittered ribbon. So let's go ahead and get started. So for our first card, excuse me, sorry about that. We want to use Starry Sky, not Night of Navy, Starry Sky, and we're going to stamp this. Oh, and I forgot to put these on. Hang on. I was so concerned with getting that first card done that I forgot to put on the stamps for the second card. All right, so we are going to stamp. Now I am using my Stampin' Pierce mat. It's underneath my scrap paper because these are photopolymers. This one looks like it was on there a little bit crooked. Let's see if we can get that on there a little bit straighter. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm just going to stamp this in our Starry Sky. Okay, and this is a pretty thin stamp, so I don't need much. Okay, so we're just going to stamp Celebrating the Magic of the Season. Oh, and look at that. I stamped it. Oh, that wasn't too bad. It actually went on the paper. So we're going to leave that. Well, maybe let's flip it over. Let me see if I can get a little straighter. I don't know. We'll try it. If not, paper has two sides. If I don't like it, we'll try again. That looks like it might be a little bit better. Not much. All right. So then we have that. And then on the inside, we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas. I have to make sure I have the happy birthday stamp out too, because I'm making a birthday card and I want to make sure I don't stamp happy birthday. That would be funny. And then we're going to stamp this one. Let me see. I should have been more prepared for this. I got so involved in making, it's my father-in-law's 90th birthday, so I'm making a special birthday card for him. Okay, I'm just going to stamp this. And you can see I'm kind of stamping this off. I'm not really stamping it fully on my paper. So I'm just going to do those two little corners. Then we're going to come up here and we're going to stamp these two together. Well, not together. We're going to stamp them separately, but then we're going to like stamp one over the other. So these are like the starburst almost. So we're going to stamp this in the center. Okay, and then that looks kind of plain. So then I came in, sorry, pardon my reach, with this one, and I just kind of stamped it, kind of centered it and stamped it over it, which just kind of made that starburst kind of pop just a little bit more. Okay, and then I added some of these, so I can grab this. Okay, I added some of these just because I could. And then we added, there's this other little starry constellation type thing. And we put that in the other corner. So we just kind of added all the stars to all the corners. So that was it. And then we're going to layer up our sentiment, and that's just going to kind of sit right in the middle. So let's go ahead and start putting our layers together. Let me close this up because you know I'm very messy. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and put our inside piece in the middle. Okay. Like I said, I've got 3 different cards started over here, so I want to make sure I pull all the right pieces for the right card. That would be silly if I put the wrong pieces together. All right, so that's our inside, pretty simple. Okay, now we're just going to layer up these 2 pieces. All right, so again, this is a very simple stamping card. It was just nothing more than stamps, inks, and paper. And we just used one color of ink. We just used that Starry Sky. So if you are a beginning stamper without a lot of ink colors, you know, you can do everything all in one color. You don't need to have every single color of the rainbow. It's nice to have every single color of the rainbow, but you don't need every single color. You can start out with just 1 or 2 inks or one color family. I would say like get 1 color family because then you get a variety of inks. All right, so let's go ahead and add this. This is going to be pretty, this is very narrow. This is like 3/8 of an inch wide. So it's tiny, but it was a very tiny sentiment. Just so I can get that. There we go. So my card won't stick on that. Okay, we're just going to add that carefully. All right. And now we're going to add some dimensionals to the back. And then we are going to call card number 1 done. So this is our first card. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and add some embellishments. The star trinkets are out of stock, as is almost all of the Christmas stuff, but you can just leave it as is, or we have our festive pearls. You can go ahead and add some of the silver ones there if you want. That's up to you. I'm just going to leave this as it is. I'm not going to add any embellishments right now. So that's going to be it for this card. So then for card number 2, we're going to step it up. So I've already done the embossing. So this embossing folder is actually, it matches the dies. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and cut out those embossed pieces. Let me show you. See, they're right there. I could go ahead and cut those out and have those embossed pieces cut out. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want them cut out. So I'm going to just put those on my card front. But I did die cut this one, this like starry starburst one, and that's what it looks like. And it's got all those little dots. Can you see those little dots in there? So kind of cuts and then kind of embosses it too. So we're going to use that. Then we're going to stamp our sentiment on a piece of Very Vanilla. We're going to stamp this in Night of Navy. And then we're going to use our matching die cut. Okay, so we're going to stamp this. All right. Going to stamp that there. And then we're going to take our matching die and we are going to die cut that. And it will look like that when it's done. All right, so this is going to be in the portrait level, portrait mode. So let me go ahead and that is the happy birthday stamp. That is not the stamp I want. All right, there's the Merry Christmas stamp. Let me just wipe this off because I stamped it in Starry Sky. So let's just clean this real quick. All right, so we're going to stamp our Merry Christmas. Okay, again, I'm going to stamp one of our fun little accent stamps. I'm just going to kind of stamp that. And you could do this any way you want. You could do it around the Merry Christmas. You could do it in the corners. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. That's just how I chose to do it. So you do it how you like it. That's what this is all about, is doing what you like. Let's go ahead and get this done. And I realize I seem to be rushing tonight, but you know, the Golden Bachelor starts at 8 and my daughter wants to watch it. So she's going to be FaceTiming me so we can sort of watch it together while we're apart. So if that makes any sense. Which I guess it sort of does. All right, so before I put this on, I want to wrap some of this ribbon around the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and going to add carefully, because whenever you have an embossed piece, the tear and tape tends to rip the cardstock. So let's go ahead and add some of this ribbon, okay, around. This is going to be probably about 5 inches by the time because it's 4 inches wide. We'll probably wrap it a 1/2 inch around each side. I like to make sure it's straight and it looks pretty straight. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to add some liquid glue. Tombow, some people call it Tombow. It's liquid glue, multi-purpose liquid glue. And this works great on embossed pieces. It holds them really well, gives you a little bit of wiggle room to get the paper in the right place, and it doesn't tear your cardstock. All right, so let's go ahead and gently, that looks good. All right, let's go ahead and add this piece up here. Let's just say I'm going to use a little bit of tear and tape, but I mean, not tear and tape, excuse me, Stampin' Seal. Put that in there. I'm going to take my sentiment. I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. I'm going to put about 3 on there. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would be so grateful if you would go ahead and subscribe. I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That would be like my Christmas wish, is to get 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. I'm close. I'm just a little bit over 200 away. All right, I'm going to tie this on. I'm going to do something. I'm going to tie this on, and I am going to move my ribbon over there. I don't know why. It's very weird how I do it, but I keep it on the bolt so I don't cut off more than I really need. Especially because this is out of stock. Okay. All right, I'm going to cut this on a little angle, trim this on a little angle, and I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add some of these festive pearls. These have 4 colors. They have red, green, silver, and gold. I'm going to add the gold ones. The green is a very light green. It honestly almost looks blue, but they say it's green. And then we have the red up top. We're going to, because we have the gold glitter in our ribbon, we're just going to go ahead and add some gold ones. Just put them wherever you want. There's no right or wrong way to where you can put them, just wherever you think they're going to look good. There we go. And that is our second card for tonight. So again, everyone on Facebook had asked if I would do the stars at night. Like I said, it was hard coming up with that simple stamping card. There are some sets that lend themselves very easily to a simple stamping set. This was a little bit more difficult, only because there were so many beautiful die cuts, you know, that gorgeous embossing folder, but I think we did okay. So I think I kind of like how, you know, where the magic is kind of that sparkle is coming out right from the word magic. So hopefully that kind of, you know, gives the excitement of the season. And then we just kind of dressed up the inside. And what a pretty font that is for the Merry Christmas. And then we went ahead and we used our embossing folder, used a couple of our die cuts, and then we just went ahead and sort of did the same thing, you know, Merry Christmas with a little bit of embellishment on the corners. And we added some ribbon and some gems. And we're going to call those cards done. That is it for me tonight. I hope everyone has a great evening. Have a good weekend. I need to quickly finish that birthday card and be ready to chat with my daughter at 8. That's it, everybody. I'll see you right here next week. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching on replay, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and see my videos. Happy stamping. Bye. Thanks, Claudette. Bye.